Welcome to Coral Gables Television Studios. I'm Brianna Moles. We invite you to recharge with us on this special edition of Coffee Talk, your source for the latest local news in Coral Gables and South Florida. Today we'll be speaking with Mr. Daniel Odess about hurricane preparation and recovery, a topic extremely relevant to Floridians, especially at this time of year. Dan is the founder and president of Global Pro Recovery, an international crisis management firm based in Miami that helps clients get back on track towards financial recovery following a loss caused by wind, water, fire, or another disaster. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dan.
Thank you for having me on, Brianna.
Of course. I know you have an extensive background as a public adjuster and also a general contractor, and we're actually in the middle of the Atlantic hurricane season, which runs typically from June to November. So what are some of the most important pieces of advice that you can give to residents regarding how they can prepare for a potential hurricane?
Well, as we've already seen, we have one storm that went up the East Coast, so it's relevant and definitely something, if you haven't already taken those preparations. The first thing I would always say, of course, in South Florida, and it's always top of mind, is have a copy of your insurance policy. But other than that, I mean, you're looking at making sure that you properly document your contents, taking photographs of your property, making sure that you collect all of your receipts and invoices for any work that has been more recently done to your property, so that in the event that there was a loss, that you have that documentation to show to the insurance company that it wasn't pre-existing. And so when working with your insurance company, making sure you have all your documentation, photographs of your contents, and that you're ready for that loss in the event that it does occur, will help you expedite that claim process to get you back to where you were prior to it.
Okay, that all sounds fantastic advice. And so in the unfortunate event that a hurricane does strike and a homeowner suffers severe property damage, what are some of the immediate physical recommendations that you would give to them in terms of, salvaging their property immediately?
Well, the number one thing to do, and I saw it a lot after Superstorm Sandy, unfortunately a lot of people got themselves in dangerous situations. First thing you should do is just survey the area, making sure that there isn't any areas where you may fall or hurt yourself. And when you're walking around those properties, there might be, a lot of times we saw stray animals and things like that. Just make sure that you're aware of your surroundings, making sure you survey the area. But thereafter, what you want to do is you want to photograph. You want to start taking record, making notes of any damages or things that you see that were not there prior to the loss, because you're really, right after that loss occurs, your anxiety's up, you have a lot of adrenaline, but you want to keep yourself cool and calm, make sure that your family members are okay, survey the area, make sure you're in a safe place, and then start to photograph and take notations of everything that's there. Once you've done with that, you want to secure and protect your property from further damage. Thereafter, it's reporting the claim and working with your insurance company, or hopefully you've called your public adjuster to walk you through that process of making sure you get everything you're entitled to for that claim.
So it's really important to document everything, and pictures are one of the best ways to do that, obviously.
Before, during, and after.
Definitely. Dealing with the physical destruction after a hurricane hits is, like you said, detrimental enough. But the good news is that organizations like yours, Global Recovery, help people towards through both the insurance claim process as well as the steps towards coordinating their property reconstruction. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, hopefully in that preparation that we talked about earlier, one of the things I did not note on, and which I think is important as well, is to have a list of contractors that you're going to turn to when you need them most. And making sure that a lot of times these contractors will allow you to pre-arrange this agreement with them to help you through that recovery, so that you're getting the best price and the best quality work. Sometimes when you're getting the best price doesn't mean you're always getting the best quality work. What we do as public adjusters, we'll work with your insurance company so you can focus on that and making sure that you get an equitable recovery, making sure that you get everything that you need in order to put you back in that pre-loss position. One of the other considerations is while you're doing that recovery process, you might have to live somewhere else. So we'll work with our clients on a regular basis to make sure that they get placed somewhere where they can live with their family safely while their homes or businesses are being put back together, and working with their insurance companies calmly to make sure that they get everything they're entitled to.
There's really so many elements to think about. I think the best thing, like you said, is to be prepared and to be educated in case a disaster strikes. Well, Dan, thank you so much again for being here with us and sharing your professional knowledge and expertise. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for your time, Brianna.
Of course. We hope you've learned a few helpful tips today, and we encourage you to share them with your family, friends, and neighbors so that we can all be more educated for the next time a hurricane strikes. If you'd like more information about Global Pro Recovery, please visit their website at getglobalpro.com. Remember that you can now watch us on UVerse Channel 99 and Comcast Channel 77 or on demand at coralgables.com. And be sure to follow us directly online by subscribing to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/CoralGablesTV. That's all for this episode of Coffee Talk. From Coral Gables Television Studios, I'm Brianna Moles. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.